on a stage at Warner Brothers, and it's hard to take a show like this out on location. So we were just talking this morning that there's a little park right outside our stage, and we've gone out there, and for us it's, ooh, we're out on location. We're 40 feet away from our stage. Look up, it's the real sky. And that's location for us. It's really hard to imagine doing a big location shoot. And also, don't sitcoms look kind of weird when they go on location, like when Facts of Life went to Russia? No, it looked weird. Or like when the Brady's went to the amusement park. What? Yeah, they also went to the amusement park because remember they lost his plans. Were in the. Wow.
Where do we get our nerdy inspiration?
I didn't go outside much.
Yeah, I have a question for the show creators for an idea. I think it'd be really funny if you guys did an episode where Sheldon got summoned for jury duty and have to deal with the California Jew.
That's very funny.
You know, that's something we discussed 2 years ago. The idea that Sheldon on a jury could, well,
take down
the whole California division. Before they can make an actual decision on the case, he would have to first educate them about the math involved.
The trick to an episode like that is it's hard, people don't get called for jury duty in groups. So it isolates Sheldon from the other characters. But we've talked about it, we continue to talk about it, and
you stuck him in the DMV instead.
Yes.
But it's, on a jury duty, you're with 11, you have to, 11 outside characters.
Who are not as funny as these characters.
Yeah, so we like to see our characters with each other.
My question's for the whole cast. Since joining the cast, has your perception of the term nerd changed?
It's something we've had to think long and hard about because we're asked about it a lot. And I never really did think about it. I mean, I think the conclusion we've talked about it a lot too, is that a nerd or a dork or a dweeb or whatever we've been asked about is someone who's especially passionate about a few things in their life and just have immersed themselves in whatever it is they're passionate in. And therefore have other things such as maybe social graces or dating or have kind of fallen by the wayside because they enjoy the tunnel vision that they have in whatever they love.
We talk about these characters not being nerds or geeks per se, but just sort of being brilliant people, and so I think that's the way we look at it.
Come on. Can we have that napkin back?
Yeah.
Pity there's such a long line.
Can you get it?
Really?
Can we get security?
Better go to another question.
Well, I think it's one of the things about the show that really works is there's such an affection for that kind of nerd culture. I don't even like the term nerd, but there's not a kind of.
Well, nerd doesn't describe anybody.
Yeah, exactly. And but it's knowledgeable about the stuff. Because sometimes you see these things and they play these characters. Other shows play these kind of characters so broad.
But we've talked about this from the beginning, which is when Chuck and I started talking about this, the Revenge of the Nerds, Pocket Protector, Tape on the Glasses portrayal of people like that does a lot of things wrong. But one of the things it does is it plays a kind of homogeneousness in people, who are smart or have particular passions, which doesn't exist. There's no more sameness in that group than in any group. And when we talked about, we would talk about like people that I knew when I was a computer programmer, and one of the things that was very clear was people were different. There was a great uniqueness and a great respect for uniqueness. And then Chuck brought the other half, talking about you know, these are beautiful minds. These are people who understand how the universe is put together. So, you know, but the problem is linguistically, that there's, you know, it's hard to come up with other words, and so, you know, even our characters will use those words. The characters will say, you know, she knows we're nerds, and things like that, because the language seems to be bereft of another tone.
Do you think you could have made this show 10 years ago?
I was really young then.
It happened when it happened.
Yeah, I'm just thinking 'cause with comic book film and everything, that's so much of that stuff has become so much more mainstream. I don't know, would it have been too alien to people 10 years ago?
I don't think so. I mean,
Writing the zeitgeist.
I don't know, but I can't speak to the zeitgeist. We were just enamored with the idea of remarkable characters who don't quite get the mundane things that a lot of people take for granted. And that kind of speaks to everybody, I think. That everybody kind of feels there's a rule book for this life, and I don't have one. So they're kind of extreme examples of that.
Another
I wish I
question?
had a funnier answer.
Congratulations to all of you for the renewal, and special congratulations to Jim for the nomination. You are going to win it.